There's plenty of upside to being tall. Just ask an NBA star. Or that guy in the supermarket who helps you reach the top shelf. There's even an economic benefit.
There's a lot of research that shows that tall people make more money. They make an average of $789 more per inch per year, which is an exceedingly large amount of money.
But 6'3" writer Ariane Cohen also knows that for tall heterosexual women, finding a mate is no slam dunk.
Tall women will not date down. They refuse to date people shorter than them just because they sort of want that feeling of comfort. So it's a very, very common thing.
The average height for American women is 5'4", 5'9" for men. So what do you do if you're a woman who's 6'2" without heels? Some tall women have famously dated down. Remember Jill St. John and Henry Kissinger? Susan Anton and Dudley Moore? Sonny and Cher? Mimi Rogers and Tom Cruise? Nicole Kidman and Tom Cruise? Katie Holmes and Tom Cruise? Most men apparently have no problem dating taller women.
I'd really like to have sex with a tall woman. I mean, really tall, like a giant.
Megan Lukowicz is my height, 6 feet tall.
I am really only attracted to guys that are taller than me, and I don't know if it's a physical thing or a mental thing, but it's definitely there.
It's a feeling that may be rooted in biology, where taller suggests stronger.
One of the things that women seem to want in a male partner in particular is someone who displays social dominance, because if you partner yourself up with someone who has social dominance, that person's going to be beneficial for you, your future, and your progeny.
Professor Glenn Gare has studied the psychology of attraction.
The big problem for these tall women is that they're not attracted to shorter guys. Not that shorter guys aren't attracted to them.
Right. It's not that they can't find guys, it's that with this algorithm of trying to find someone who's relatively tall to yourself, that's where their pool becomes short, so to speak.
When you see a short girl with a tall boyfriend, how does that make you feel?
I get a little, you know, pain in my heart because I'm like, gosh, one less person for me.
Whitney Lynch stands 6 feet 2 inches tall.
Have you ever dated a short guy?
I have dated a short guy.
How short?
5'8". And actually, it's not that bad.
Not that bad, but still, she says, uncomfortable.
It looks unnatural to me, I think.
It looks like what?
It looks like he's at my chest.
And it makes you feel like you're not his girlfriend, but you're his
mother.
It's an image we've all seen in comedies. From the Marx Brothers.
Can't you see what I'm trying to tell you? I love you.
Oh, Your Excellency.
You're not so bad yourself.
To 16 Candles.
I bet all the boys that chase you plenty in the school, huh?
Nobody's caught me yet.
There's something about always being larger than everyone in the crowd. Always standing out, always just being looked at, goggled at, or whatever. I would like to have someone be on that same plane with me.
Claire Burns, 6'1".
And you want a guy who's how tall?
Ideally, about 6'3", 6'4".
But that means Claire is limiting herself to 4.2% of the adult male population.
You remember that cartoon, Boris and Natasha?
Yes, absolutely.
That relationship worked.
It did, but it's also a cartoon. So that may not work for me.
That's a very good point.
But in the real world, there are plenty of examples of tall women and shorter men. And not just on the red carpet.
I just never thought I would wind up with a woman that could physically lift me in the air.
Mark Malkoff is a scrappy 5'7". His wife, Christine Peel, 6'1".
Is it ever physically awkward?
There's been a couple occasions where we walked into an event and we actually see the height difference in a mirror and we're like, oh, this is what other people see. Okay.
But no matter, Christine still fell hard for Mark.
I felt very taken care of. I totally could trust him. I felt protected by him in a way that nobody had ever made me feel.
Even really tall guys?
Yeah.
Oh wow, this looks so good.
So maybe things will start looking up for single tall women if they just start looking down.